Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. I really don't know exactly where this reading is going. Sometimes I get downloads in advance of the readings, but today my guides really wanted me to just come on and hit the record button and leave the reading open to whatever messages want to come through. So with that being said, while I am shuffling, if you would like to contribute your energy in a stronger way, I do recommend liking the video and subscribing to the channel, as these are forms of energetic transference that do tend to allow me to pick up more easily on your energy. Also, for those of you who are new here, welcome. Thank you so much for sharing your own beautiful personal frequency here with the channel. My name is Infinity, and this is Magnetize Yourself, where we talk about life, love, spirituality, and of course, the law of attraction. And right away, the first card on the crown chakra, so the chakra center that is most connected with the divine, with our higher self, our higher purpose, is the man holding a coin. This does tend to be my awakened or awakening masculine energy card, and I clearly heard the term twin flame. So what I'm getting is that my guides want me to speak specifically to those of you who are on some kind of a twin flame path, or who have interacted either in the physical world or energetically with a twin flame counterpart in this lifetime in a way that has been meaningful for you, that has played a really powerful role for you in this life. And specifically, I'm picking up on a portion of the twin flame divine masculine collective here, and I'm hearing that they are really beginning to become more authentic and align with their own higher self. I specifically heard the word purification. So there is a purification process happening for this group of divine masculines, where their crown chakra is essentially being cleared out. And I'm hearing there was a lot of distortion or blockage in this masculine's crown chakra in the past that actually may have led them down a path that was very dissonant with who they really are at a deeper core level. And this may have been very painful for a divine feminine counterpart to observe, because the masculine I'm channeling into here was at the core sharing that same core soul frequency to his divine feminine counterpart. But in the physical, they seemed to be behaving, acting, I'm hearing stranger, like they may have looked like a stranger in the physical world because they were acting in ways that were very out of alignment with that shared core soul frequency. Because, of course, if this is a twin flame connection, then the core soul frequency between the twins, the divine feminine and divine masculine, is identical. Whereas in the case of soulmates, the frequency is very similar, not exactly the same, but fairly similar. And I don't know why I'm feeling called to note this, but it's also important to note that very high vibrational soulmates can carry a very, very close frequency to your own core soul frequency, which means sometimes a very high vibrational soulmate can be mistaken for a twin flame, or vice versa. The frequencies can be very, very similar. So with rest and rejuvenation upright, I'm getting that for the divine masculines coming through here, they've been forcibly placed in a time of pause. So this is a time where maybe I'm hearing it's possible they've lost something in the physical world in order to create this space that is allowing for this deep purification of their crown chakra, which is then allowing them to align more clearly and consciously and in the physical 3D world with their own higher version of self. It's almost like I'm seeing someone cleaning out a pipe, and it's almost cleaning out this pipe of connection to the divine masculine's higher version of self. That connection was, again, very distorted, blocked, or muddy in the past. And that may have caused a kind of pain for a divine feminine here that may have even led her to walk away from this person or situation. Now, do keep in mind, whenever I use the pronouns him or her for the purposes of these readings, it's really just a shorthand to let you know whether I'm referring to the divine feminine or divine masculine. But of course, for the context of these readings, these labels, feminine and masculine, don't connect necessarily to any specific gender. They are actually connected to energetics, and we all actually have a balance of the divine feminine and the divine masculine within us. So whatever this time of pause is, I'm getting that for some of these divine masculines, they may have lost a job, a connection. They may have experienced a financial loss. Something in their physical 3D world that was once stable seemed to come into question, or seemed to, I'm seeing a void. Like there's been a void in their life, but the purpose of that void has been to push them to stop, to slow down physically, which I see many of them simply sleeping more, spending more time alone with themselves. And through this time, the divine masculine here is unconsciously going through this crown chakra clearing that actually is aligning him more with his own higher version of self. So this is a very strange message as well, because what's interesting is for the divine feminine, when the divine feminine goes through particular upgrades, activations, energy clearings, she's often very conscious of these things occurring. I'm hearing awake during surgery. So metaphorically, it's almost like being awake during an operation where she is aware, okay, I feel my heart opening. I feel my sacral opening. She might not put it into those terms, but she's very aware of energetic shifts and changes, even researching some of these sensations, trying to figure out consciously what's going on. And that just tends to be how the divine feminine experiences the process of spiritual awakening and aligning with her higher self. The divine masculine, on the other hand, in this same metaphor of spiritual awakening being like a surgery or operation, the masculines tend to be asleep during the operation. So it's almost like they unconsciously go through this massive transformation that they wake up with some vague notion that something has happened, something has occurred, and that they feel or are very different. But during the process, they may have actually acted very asleep or very much unaware of what was occurring. This is simply just one of those differences in the two polarities, the divine feminine and the divine masculine. This is also why very often the divine masculine will not fully approach or come towards the divine feminine in the physical half-baked, as we say, or mid-operation, spiritually speaking. They will wait, not intentionally, but it's just usually the way the energy works, until they are fully clear, open, awakened, really coming correct back into the situation, back into the 3D divine feminine's life in a consistent way. So we also have Angel of Balance in the reverse position. So what's been going on in the masculine's life at this time has been, it's causing them to feel both a deep kind of peace that they've never felt before, but it's almost as though that peace, that void, is a little bit unsettling. You know, when a room is too quiet, that's almost how the masculine feels. Like, I am in this void, I am in this state of peace. Areas of my life have been put on pause, and yet something about that is a little unsettling for them. It's taking time for them to adjust to this new frequency of peace, of voidedness, of pause. Okay, so what's going on here for the divine feminines? Because we've been channeling quite a bit here into the divine masculine energy. So, what have the divine feminine twin flames been going through? Okay, so deceit in the upright position and the world card reversed. So, divine feminines, you've been called to this next level of your own expansion. And we've been speaking about this in recent readings, how you've expanded out of your current environment, social group connections, workplace. There are things in your life, energetically speaking, you've simply moved beyond or expanded out of. And some new vision has been calling you and pulling you in a really strong way. And as you are gaining the confidence to move towards this vision, you are finding that painful truths are coming to light, specifically about certain people around you. So, anyone in your life who subconsciously has been trying to hold you to a lower vibrational timeline or prevent you from expanding into this new vision that is calling you is actually going to be exposed. And it's not even necessarily that they always have negative intentions for you personally. Very often, these others that are holding you back are doing so because they are unwilling to take accountability in their own life, for their own past, for their own energy. And they are projecting this out onto you and kind of subconsciously trying to hold you to a lower vibrational timeline, because they themselves are afraid of change. They themselves are afraid of their own potential and their own evolution. I'm seeing that metaphor of the hermit crabs in the bucket when they say that if one hermit crab tries to escape, it could get out, but the others tend to just pull it back down. And that's kind of the energy I'm getting from certain people in your life who, again, may not necessarily have poor intentions, but their own fear of change and expansion and taking accountability and honest, authentic, open conversations may actually mean that they are cosmically disconnected from you, at least for a time, to allow you to continue fulfilling your soul purpose and continue expanding in the way that you intended to as a soul that is quite literally contained in your soul's blueprint, that plan you created prior to incarnating for this lifetime. Okay, so I'm also hearing inspiration. So, divine feminine, you are strongly inspiring many people around you, not just people you can visibly see, not just people who let you know that you inspire them, but your energy itself is creating an inspirational impact, an uplifting impact on so much of the global collective consciousness that you may actually be entirely unaware of. I'm also hearing that you are breaking through limiting beliefs and barriers that held many people back from pursuing their own dreams or really living in alignment with their own soul. I'm specifically hearing things about appearance or possibly related to age, related to timing. You may be releasing a lot of limiting beliefs in these regards. For example, you may be choosing to love and embrace and fully celebrate and accept yourself, even if you may look very different from what society considers to be the standard of how one is supposed to look. You also may be someone who is living a very unconventional lifestyle, doing work or living in general, traveling in a unique way, doing relationships in a unique way. You may be someone who is breaking through limiting belief systems around timing or age, where certain people will say after a certain number of physical earth years, you can't pursue a particular dream or do this or that. You are empowering so many others because of your brave choice to not allow any of these things to define you or define the level of unconditional self-love that you are going to have for your own self. And by having it for yourself, naturally emanate that unconditionally loving energy to others as well. This has been so much of your soul's work on this time and at this time, and it's been making such a greater impact than you can even consciously imagine. So this has been coming through a lot, particularly in readings for the Divine Feminine. But again, I'm getting that message from your guides. Keep going. Don't stop now. There may be certain things in your life even that you've been working towards or creating towards or manifesting towards for a while that haven't shown a lot of movement. And I keep getting the word the brink, that you might be right on the brink of a major breakthrough in some of these areas of your life. And again, there's just that message of not giving up, continuing to move intuitively in the direction your soul has been calling you and pulling you. With rest and rejuvenation in the midway position, you may at times feel divine feminines a little bit restless because of how much you are shifting energetically and spiritually at this time. And know that that is completely normal and natural. It can be a little bit disorienting when you are someone who is exponentially changing and shifting as quickly as you are from a quantum perspective at this time. Now, I will say, to assist you in really grounding yourself at this time and clearing your energy, I would really recommend trying out subliminal meditation. Personally, I've found that subliminals are the most powerful and effective way to both clear my own energy, but also to manifest in my own life. I've been using subliminals for several years now, and since using them on a daily basis, I have seen the most powerful results, shifts, and changes in pretty much every area of my life. So because I am so passionate about subliminals, I have created my own library of them, and I am sharing this library with you through my app, Sound and Soulful. So for those of you who don't know, subliminals are audio meditations that contain unconscious spoken affirmations that are targeted to the subconscious region of your mind, which is so powerful because research has shown it's actually our subconscious mind that controls 95% of our thoughts, actions, and outcomes in life. So what you're looking at on the screen is just a screen recording showing you around my app. On this app, I've created over 130 subliminals for every area of life. And when you sign up for a 7-day free trial account in the app, you can create your own custom private playlists. You can read the affirmations while you're listening, and you can listen to any subliminal in multiple different background sound options. So specifically for this reading, considering this is a twin flame reading, I would most highly recommend my subliminal called Twin Flame 7 Chakra Clearing. Now, it's important to note that even if you don't necessarily desire to manifest a timeline of physical traditional reunion with your twin flame, this subliminal is really powerful for clearing out blockages you might be storing to unconditional love within your chakra system. And this unconditional love energy is incredibly magnetic for attracting in your highest vibrational outcomes and your highest timeline in love generally, whether you desire that to be with your twin flame or with someone else, because of course, you are the powerful one. You are the conscious creator of your life, and you can manifest your life any way you choose to do so. So it's my goal through both these readings and the subliminals I create to empower you and inspire you along your soul's journey here. And if you would like subliminals to be part of that journey, then the link to download my app and sign up for a free trial is in the pinned comment and description box underneath this video. Okay, so since we've channeled into both the divine feminine and the divine masculine energy in the twin flame collective, I simply want to channel any messages for twin flames generally, either about this path, about your mission here, your soul's purpose. And here we have both the Strength card and the Sun card. So I'm hearing that the world is awakening, but specifically the divine masculine collective is really going through a massive shift and awakening at this time. With the Sun card, this is an extremely positive card for the masculine energy, but I do see that you, divine feminine, are playing a major contributing role to the awakening of the divine masculine collective, as well as, of course, the divine masculine physically that you may consider to be your counterpart. And how you are contributing to this awakening is by standing in your own strength, power, and confidence. With the Strength card coming out here, you have developed a level of inner strength and authentic soul-based courage that is quite literally very inspiring, not just to your literal physical divine masculine counterpart, but to the divine masculines generally who are awakening around the world. We also get the card Temperance in the reverse position. So I'm hearing that you may come up against, I don't want to call it spiritual attack, but others who might project out their own fears or insecurities onto you, their own doubts onto you, either regarding the journey that you are on spiritually, whether that's a twin flame journey or another form of spiritual journey. And in a sense, it's almost like your confidence may be tested, where you are being tested as to, are you able to stay true to yourself, to stay confident within yourself, to move with authentic bravery, regardless of how others might react or project onto you as you are living in that authentic truth? And again, I just see that attitude you have of being so authentically confident, being extremely attractive, but also very inspiring to the divine masculine collective at this time. Okay, so this feels like a really beautiful place to close the reading. I am going to pull one final Rumi Oracle card. If my energy does resonate with you, I invite you to subscribe to the channel, join our beautiful community of like-minded, conscious, creative beings here on YouTube. You can also follow me on Instagram at Magnetize Yourself. And this is so funny because I did a reading 8 hours ago and this same exact Rumi Oracle card came out at the end of that reading. So a lot of synchronicity there, but we're going to read a different message from the card for this reading. And the card is Star Mother Arrakis. So I'm just going to read a little bit from the guidebook here. This is the number 23 card, and I saw the number 2323 as well, so I will be reading more from that, but the guidebook says, your star mother, Arrakis, dances with your soul on the celestial inner planes. She dances in the embrace of Father's sky, shining white and pale, deep in devotion to the light behind all that is. Arrakis, dancing star of the heavens, incites our souls to feel the rhythm of life and surrender to it in flow and grace, stumbling and play, like a child who thinks not of the right steps, but just moves with joy and with music. She reminds you to dance freely and from your heart. She reminds you that your soul is constantly dancing with the divine. What better way to connect with the joy and beauty of your soul than to mimic its movements? So dance, beloved. Let your being dance. O Arrakis, your bright beauty penetrates even the darkest minds. To remember, remember, remember. The light becomes music, stirring within you an urge, almost inexplicable and yet so very deep and real, to make music, to create art, to dance, to play, to be at one with the joyful, creative energy that dwells within you, beloved. So I am going to actually channel a quick message from the number 2323 as well. And this number is a sign of divine protection and guidance. So that feels like a very beautiful message and synchronicity to close off the reading. If you do feel guided to explore the subliminals in my app, Sound and Soulful, the link to download the app is in the pinned comment and description box underneath the video. Otherwise, I am sending you all so much love, wishing you a beautiful remainder of your day, and I will connect with you here again in the next video.